you know what is going on today. All right, it is Saturday. I am here in beautiful Southern California, Los Angeles to be exact, drinking some Vietnamese coffee, and we are celebrating 60,000 subscribers on this channel. Guys, that is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. Thank each and every one of you. You guys rock. And this is the last Q&A. This is the last Saturday Q&A of the year. What? Well, actually, probably not of the year, but definitely of the last Saturday Q&A before Christmas. Let me turn on that. No, wait. It probably is the last Saturday Q&A of the year. Dude, we already got a bunch of people in here. James is here. Isaac, Valen, Malcolm, Peter, Sakari, Jose. What is going on, guys? So yeah, 60,000, man. 60,000. Man, if you told me when I first filmed that Rolex Bubbleback episode that I'd be getting 60,000 subscribers in about a year and a half, I'd tell you you were crazy. I would not believe it. But yeah, guys, here we are, man. I'd like to say, like, man, it was a long road. It was really tough. Honestly, it wasn't that tough. It was a lot of fun with you guys. You guys made it a lot of fun. So, yeah, it's. I mean, it was a lot of work, like making the content, but it's not like it was a struggle because, again, you guys make this so much fun for me that it is all very, very, very worth it. Let's see who else is here. Certified T3 bot Charles. What is going on, my man? I think you might be, you and Patrick, certified T3 bot. You guys are the first bots up in here. Croatia, Nocturnal Watch. Croatia is in the building. Where's everybody from today? Here in SoCal, it's in the high 50s. See, this dude here, he's wearing shorts and a t-shirt, but he also has like a fleece or like a down vest on. So it's, got a lot of people reacting to this weather differently. I'm wearing a little suede jacket here. Kind of chilly, gets a little windy, but nothing we can't handle here in SoCal. Dubai is in the building. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. West Kentucky. Everett's from West Kentucky. How is it over there in Kentucky? The Netherlands. What's going on, Spiel? We got San Fran. See, I'm complaining here that it's chilly in SoCal, but it's like actually chilly in NorCal over in San Fran. Northeast UK. Minnesota in the building, don't ya know? What's going on, Minnesota? Kevin. David Williams, certified T3 bot. Ramiro Puente Jr. is here. Chris M. asks, what beer do you drink? Guys, I'm going to drop a little bomb on you here. I don't drink. I know. It's going to upset a bunch of people, I bet. It's not for religious reasons, okay? For some reason, when I tell people I don't drink, they're like, oh, is it because of your religion? No, I'm Jewish. Jews drink a whole lot. My ethnicity, I'm like Eastern European. Russians, man, Russian Jews drink a whole lot. I don't drink, man. I just never got into it. So yeah, it's not like religious. It's not for health reasons. It's just kind of, I'm more able to stay focused and get down to business sober. So yeah, don't drink, don't smoke. Steve Phillips, what is going on? The Watch Lounge says it's probably really cold in Minnesota. Yeah, I agree. I guarantee you it's cold. Untapped Hip Hop says Straight Edge Club in the house. Till death, baby, poison free. Do a wrist check. Yes, I will. Let's come on. There's 84 people. I do the wrist checks at 100. Eastbourne, UK. Georgia in the building. We got Canada. It's probably pretty chilly in Canada. Dude, Don from Manch, Vegas. Manch, Vegas. I'm from Amherst. Do you know that, Don? Literally, I'm from Amherst, New Hampshire. 03031. That's crazy that you're from Manchester. The Daily Beater. The Daily Beater just outed himself as not a true fan because he just said, Jory, been meaning to ask. I know you like Omegas, but never mention the Moonwatch. Something you're not interested in, maybe? Call. I just got a phone call. Of course, it always happens on my Saturday stream. Daily Beater, you need to definitely watch more of my episodes because I've made numerous episodes on my Moonwatch. I have the 25th anniversary Omega Speedmaster Professional. So, Daily Beater, you just outed yourself, my friend. I talk about that watch a whole lot because I own it. So, yeah. Kevin Yeager. Okay, this is critical. You a baseball fan? Yes, I am, because I just said I'm from Amherst, New Hampshire. Our team is the Red Sox, and we just won the World Series. Huge baseball fan. Winnipeg. Oh, Zeus is from Winnipeg. Bay Area, not cold. Okay, let's be real, guys. Everybody's riled. No matter what you say, people will always one-up you. You could be like, oh man, Los Angeles is so hot today. And someone from Texas will be like, hey, nope, gets really hot in Texas. And then you'll be like, wow, it's kind of chilly out. And someone from Antarctica will jump in the live stream and be like, oh yeah, I'm from Antarctica. Duker, well, I'll just call you Duke because I don't want to mess up your name. Is this Griffith Park? I'm not in Griffith Park right now. This vinyl says 100,000 subs next. Man, I would love that. I would absolutely love that, guys. Oh, we got 100 people. We already have 100 people in the stream, so let's do a little wristwatch check, guys. Today, I'm wearing my Certina DS2 Chrono Olympic hand wind. This is a really special watch to me, as you guys know. Really cool watch. This watch has a ridiculous history as far as horological significance. I've made 2 episodes specifically about the history of this watch. I'll give you a little rundown. Back in the 70s, Tyler W asks, are you left-handed? Yes, I am left-handed. That's why I wear my watch on my non-dominant hand, being my right hand. In the 70s, a group of like Japanese expeditionary words tripping me up. A group of explorers, essentially, a Japanese climbing team, went to climb Mount Everest, literally Mount Everest, and Certina, way back when, actually sponsored it and gave them, each one of them, I think it was like a team of 7 people, gave each of them a DS2 Chrono Olympic, just like this. And they actually climbed Mount Everest with one of these on their wrist. And then one of the dudes, the team leader, decided to ski down, and he actually messed himself up. He was tumbling for a good long while, but he lived. How crazy is that? And then he decided to climb Mount Everest again, making it like later on in his life, and he became one of the oldest dudes to do it. So really interesting history. And then also this has a really big sentimental value to me personally, because this was a gift from my dad, and it was the watch that he got when he graduated school. So when he finished college, he was given this watch, and then it's been passed down to me. So it's a really special watch for me. Briar Blues, certified C3 bot. What's going on, man? James says a lot of people who have DS2 chronos buy Shinola. No, you are officially blocked. T3 T3 bot certification revoked. Renzo asks, what do you think of those modern Certina divers? I think they're cool. The action divers, really solid. Make sure you get the one with the Powermatic 80. Powermatic 80, great movement. So get the Certina Action Diver Powermatic 80 for sure. People are asking about my shoes. These are Jack Purcells, dude. And normally, I've always worn the Jack Purcells with the canvas, but Connie got me these ones and they're leather. But they're like, it's super supple and like really, really, really comfortable. So, yeah. Love it. Oof. Everett says, oof. Here's the deal, Felipe. He asks, hey, what about putting a 20 millimeter strap on 21 millimeter lug? I've done it with my Orient Bambino and it looks quite good. So if you think it looks good, then that's fine. Maybe you have a strap that is, a little bit more padded. Maybe it fills those lugs up a little bit better than most. Here's my little rule of thumb. I always go bigger with straps than I have to rather than going smaller. What do I mean by that? Well, if I have for instance, the bubble back, my 2940 bubble back has 17 millimeter lugs, okay? That's kind of an odd sizing. Not a lot of straps are made in 17. So instead of getting a 16 millimeter and having that ugly spring bar showing, which I think is just an awkward look, I do not like it, I choose to put an 18 millimeter in, knowing that the strap can maybe deform a tiny bit and it'll fill that gap up perfectly. So typically, if I have to, I'd rather go 1 millimeter larger than 1 millimeter smaller. That's just my personal preference. I don't like having the spring bar gap. I don't like having that showing. So yeah, 1 millimeter larger versus 1 millimeter smaller. But what do you guys think of that? Minnesota. What's going on, Minnesota? Time Tellers Union. Hey, that's a cool name. Like that. It says, just got done watching 5K. Nice. Naftali says, if you could own just 3 watches, which would you pick? I've actually made an episode about that. It's actually the #1 highest viewed episode on my channel. I believe it's titled The Only 3 Watches Worth Buying. And it's because early on in my YouTube life, I got asked to do the whole 3 watch collection thing, so I did it. And I did I did a 3 watch collection for any price point, and then I did a 3 watch collection for sub $1,000 combined. He says, well, sorry, I haven't seen it. Don't apologize, dude. Just check out the episode. It's a long episode. It's one of my earlier episodes. Camera quality, audio quality isn't great. I didn't have my whole thing down yet. But, hopefully what we're all looking for here is progress. And hopefully I'm consistently making better content for you guys. There's a little spider on my hand. Check that out, guys. Little spider. See ya, bud. Justin Day says, congratulations again. I can't believe you have so many subscribers. I remember when you had 5,000. First of all, 5,000 was a ton to me, okay? So thank you so much. You've been with me for a while, so I really do appreciate that. But yeah, 5,000 was a ton to me, man. Dude, I think I told this story last live stream. When I got the notification that I got like 10 people subscribed to me, I was like, what? And then I got 42 people in a day subscribed to me. And I only had like one episode on my channel, the Bubble Back review. And I was like, oh my God, 42 people subscribed. So, and now we're here at 60,000. So I still, none of this makes sense to me yet, guys. So thank you so much to each and every one of you. James K, thank you for supporting the channel with a super chat. He says, congratulations on 60,000, on to 70,000. I appreciate it. Dude, onwards and upwards. Time Teller Union says, Zenith, El Primero, Rolex Daytona, or Omega Speedmaster, which one would you wear, sell, and throw out? Okay. So I currently do own a Speedmaster. You guys, my longtime viewers, know how I feel about Daytonas. The current ones, pretty much if it's come out in the last 10 years, as far as Daytonas go, I'm not interested. Zenith, the El Primero, for the most part, I do like those. So, what are my options? Wear, sell, and throw out. But see, sell and throw out are the same thing, essentially, because I wouldn't have them. Wouldn't it make more sense in the hypothetical to be wear, keep, but like in a safe, and then throw out? That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I would wear the Speedmaster. I would keep the El Primero, and I'd get one of the first ones, and I'd keep it in a safe, and then I'd throw out the Daytona. Cowboy Swami, thank you so much, man. Ooh, I just got a comment. Hold on. I got like a little notification that I got a comment on one of my videos. I don't know which video it is yet, but YouTube just gave me a little notification. Someone named Tad just called me a dumbass. So yeah, I get a lot of that every day too. Let me see. Cowboy Swami, thank you so much for the super chat, bro. This dude's always the man. He says, percentage of people who buy Rolex only from reputation and ego. I think so. Not in the watch enthusiast community, right? If you're a watch enthusiast and you spend time reading and learning and conversing about watches, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say you probably maybe know and you have a preference. The truth, though, is a lot of the dudes wearing Rolexes out there, a lot of the people wearing watches, period, aren't necessarily watch enthusiasts, right? So, what's the percentage? Kind of hard to quantify, but I'm going to say in the real world, especially here in the big cities like in Los Angeles, Submariners are incredibly common. You see those on the wrist 24/7. And I've struck up conversations with people wearing, these big maxi case Submariners, and they don't know even the reference number of the one they're wearing. So I think I'm gonna say being a watch enthusiast, and it's not that I'm a hipster, it's not that I am a elitist or anything, but I think in the grand scheme of things, being a watch enthusiast is it's still kind of a niche hobby, right? So I'm gonna say that there's probably a higher percentage of people that wear watches in general that aren't watch enthusiasts. So it's probably, I'm gonna be somewhat conservative and say 60-40. Probably 60% of the people that wear Rolexes don't care, aside from the brand name. But that's not Rolex's fault. In fact, it helps Rolex in the long run. So, Chris S, certified T3 bot, says, congratulations on 60,000 subs. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Steve Phillips says, Federico convinced me to check out your channel. This was when you were a boy in short trousers. Oh, those were the days. Miguel San Miguel says, what made you want to start a YouTube channel about watches? Also, greetings from Chicago. My dad's from Chicago, so what is going on? Oh, real quick, Manny Raj, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. For the super chat, he says, congratulations on 60,000 subscribers, T3. Well, thanks, brother. Means a lot, man. And thank you so much for supporting the channel, guys. You guys rock. So what made me want to start a YouTube channel about watches? Well, obviously, if you guys couldn't tell, I'm kind of passionate about watches. Watches were always a way for me to kind of connect with my dad. He got me into watches, so watches are important. But I never honestly thought about like filming anything about watches until I was looking at my bubble back, and I realized that there's, like, I was trying to watch an episode on YouTube about the 2940, and no one was talking about that reference number or about bubble backs in general. And I brought it up to one of my best friends, Patrick, and he's like, okay, then you make a video about it. And I was like, why would I make a video about this obscure, ugly Rolex that no one's going to like because it's not flashy and glitzy? It's old, it's from 1940. And he was like, no, you just make a video about it. Who knows, you might be able to help someone out that that's looking up information on a Rolex bubble back. And I was like, yeah, maybe. And I kind of put it off for like a really long time, like weeks and weeks. And he would bother me like every week. He's like, did you get that video up? Did you make that video? And I was like, oh, fine, I'll do it. So I sat in my little back office and I filmed something, and a bunch of swear words later, I came out with the first episode of the T3 channel. And dude, it worked out, man. It worked out. So yeah. And who knew that it would be this much fun, right? Who knew that I would meet so many of you guys, and it was honestly like kind of immediate gratification, as weird as that sounds, right? Like, I got to upload a video and then immediately interact with a bunch of people that were interested in the same thing as I. So it was so worth it. So worth it. So yeah, we kind of have Patrick to thank for this channel, to be perfectly honest. Ronan says, thank you for making this channel the best YouTube channel out there. That's quite the compliment. So thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate that. That makes any and all of this work well worth it to hear that. So thank you so much. Untapped Hip Hop TV says, what video do you take the most pride in? That's a good question. The first one was important, right? The first one was important. It's always very difficult to, whether it's starting a business, talking to a girl, doing anything. The first step towards doing it is always the most difficult. So the first episode was very important to me. Which episode do I... Here's what I'll tell you. The most important episode I make is the next one. Remember that. I'm always focusing on the next piece of content for you guys. That's always, I need to focus on the next episode, always. I'm trying to think of, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, I don't know how many of you have actually like seen all of my episodes, but I'm trying new things, right? I've recently done more kind of cinematic episodes, more cinematic edits, adding music in the episodes. So I'm still learning, and one of the goals for 2019, I'm probably going to hire a video editor, because guys, believe it or not, I edit my own stuff. This isn't like a huge operation. It's me. So, but so yeah, one of my coaches used to tell me the most important training day is the next one, and he would tell us that so that we wouldn't injure ourselves, right? And so the most important piece of content on this channel is the next one. And so, yeah, there was another, I forgot who asked it. Let me see. There was another really interesting question here. And I want to get to it because it has to do with what we're talking about right now. Someone asked if I look back on any of my earlier pieces of content critically. Yes, absolutely. Even some of my not so early content. Sometimes I'll look up something that I made a week ago, and I'll see something. Maybe I misspoke. Maybe I got one thing wrong. Maybe I see a moment where the tripod shook a little bit. Really little things that like only I would notice, and I'm like, man, should have. I wish I saw that earlier. Blah 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 blah. But then I realized, like, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. Like, as long as I'm getting it out there and you guys are enjoying yourself, and I've been honest, passionate, and consistent, then I'm happy. If you guys are happy, then I'm happy. So, yeah, do I look at the earlier stuff critically? Yes, absolutely. But I only knew what I knew then, and I only know what I know now. But the point is, I'm trying to get consistently better. So, again, all we look for is progression. And so if I'm progressing and you guys are keeping me honest and you guys are letting me know how I'm doing, then we're all good. Because I'm always going to be honest, I'm always going to be passionate, and I'm always going to be consistent. So, yeah. Killer Bite says, hi Jory from France, wearing the Seiko SSC 081. One of my favorite chronographs, dude. Very, 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 very good choice. Untapped says, you're always going to be your harshest critic. Man, ain't that the truth. Simon says, wishing you a happy Hanukkah, brother. Oh, happy Hanukkah, man. Thank you so much. And Merry Christmas. It's almost Christmas, guys. Watch Lounge says, what are your thoughts on Monta? I'm wearing the new SkyQuest and loving it. So I've never owned a Monta. I have some buddies in the watch world that own them, and from everything they've said, they're very, very solid pieces that they love. So, yeah, I think they're cool. If I could get one on the channel, I'd happily wear it and review it and tell you my honest opinion of it. They look nice. They look very clean. They look very refined. They look very solid. They don't look all that super duper interesting to me to the point where I need to have one, but that doesn't mean they're bad watch, and it doesn't mean I think they're ugly. I think they look quite good. I just haven't been spurred into getting one yet. Dale, what's up? Dale Taylor Jr. says, you're reaching Birmingham, Alabama today. Heck yeah. Canadian Octopus says, what are your thoughts on Calvin Klein? The brand, their clothing, their jeans, their underwear, what? Not their watches. I don't like their... Do they make watches? If so, I don't like them. But yeah, I'm sure they make nice jeans. My Calvins. Okay, so he says watch. No. Calvin Klein watches, no, absolutely not. When you hit 1 million subs, what will you wear when you quit your 9 to 5? I'm blessed to say I don't really have a 9 to 5, guys. I'm a business consultant. Boy, when I hit 1 million, I mean, who knows when that will be. So yeah, who knows? It's a good goal to have. I'll think about that one and get to you. Milcom, I think Calvin Klein watches are actually Swiss made. So are some Invictus. Andrew Pereira says, just imagine you could fill a football stadium with all your subscribers now. Great accomplishment. Love this channel. Thanks, man. That's an interesting kind of image to have. I actually never thought about it that way. Think of all my subscribers in one spot. That would be nuts, though, huh? If we could make that happen somehow. Yeah, no, but I truly am blessed, for real. Brian says, when Jory gets 1 million subscribers, the beard will need its own channel. That'd be wild. Also, someone asked a little bit up in the comments. Someone asked if the Time Away channel is still active. Yes, it is. So when I released it, I have like 3 or 4 videos up there. That was kind of a little testing, a little market test, if you will. And I wanted to see if people would even bite. And it sounds like people were interested in it. So just like I told you guys, I get asked about it every week. We're gonna bring it in full swing in 2019. So in 2019, we're definitely going to. I'm actually gonna make weekly content on the Time Away channel. So the priority is still gonna be Time Teller. Still gonna have multiple, videos on the Time Teller channel, but at least once a week, we're gonna do Time Away content. So guys, if you haven't subscribed there, get ahead of the game. Subscribe over to my other channel. We talk about everything outside of watches, the Time Away channel. Edgar Salas says, weren't you going to buy the coffee shop or something that we were all going to meet up at? Yeah, I was going to have my own diner, remember? We're going to make our own diner, and all of us were just going to chill. Someone asked if I have a pocket watch. Yeah, I do have some, but I don't. People always want me to talk about pocket watches. That's not my thing. It's not really my thing. I'm sure there are other channels that specifically know about pocket watches. I'm much more of a wristwatch guy. Daily Beater, is the beard the source of your power? Absolutely. I'm like Samson. Jory, are you into sports? If so, what are your favorite teams? Yes, I do enjoy sports. Boston Bruins, Boston Red Sox. Haven't been watching much football lately. Don't really watch much basketball. But yeah. Cowboy Swami says super chat missed. Let me see. Scrolling up. Oh, got it. Cowboy Swami says, thoughts on Rolex Deep Sea SD? Thanks for your great content. So, I think the Sea Dweller is really cool. I know when they did the James Cameron edition, they introduced the kind of the blue hue dial. I think it's really cool. I think it's a lot to watch. Yeah, I mean, how do I say this without being ridiculous? I am a fan of Submariners. I own a Submariner. If I was in the market for a heavy duty tool watch, like a Deep Sea, I would get a Tuna, honestly. I know people are going to be like, oh, you're such a Seiko fanboy. Well, I'm kind of a Rolex fanboy too. And between the Deep Sea and the Tuna, like the big boy tunas, the deep tunas, I would go with Tuna. So, Cowboy, I did not ignore your super chat, by the way. I get a ton of comments. They're scrolling up on the screen.
Hey, bro. Not me here.
Waktosha says, is someone weed eating in the background? Weed whacking? Yeah, I'm in a park, so there's always landscaping going on. Sakari, he says, any chance you'll make more 15 to 20 minute videos? I like something I can listen to, something I can tune into for a while and listen to on my way to and from work. So I don't really restrict myself when it comes to the duration of my videos. I let them be as long as they have to be. I know my sweet spot on average is like 5 minutes per episode. I know some people would often complain, oh, it's too short. And some people even say that it's too long. But that's kind of what as I've caught my stride, I've realized that 5 minutes seems to be my sweet spot. I don't limit myself to that. It just seems like that's what I do. But if I end up, I don't want you guys thinking I edit it down. I don't like cut it down so that it remains short. Joe Ross says 1 million subscribers isn't too far away. Well, greetings from West Texas. Well, Joe, that would be amazing. I mean, I'm going crazy right now that I have 60,000. So 1 million, I can't even comprehend that. Junior Gentleman says, do you think the Orient Bambino is a good watch? Yes, I do. Jason, have you ever bought a watch overseas to get double discount? No, I have not. Spencer L says, good day. Bryant says, what car are you driving today? Took out the STI. It was cold this morning, so boost season. David Gonzalez says, who are some of your favorite watch channels? P.S. Recently got into watches. Welcome to the watch world, man. So I get asked a lot about other channels. It's people's favorite thing to ask me about other watch channels. I've said this like in a bunch of live streams. I don't watch a lot of watch related content on YouTube. I read a lot about watches. I don't know a lot of watch guys in the watch YouTuber space. Again, people always try to get me to gossip about these dudes. Just one more watch. That guy's the man. We talk to each other on Instagram once in a while. He's like a super nice guy. Federico, of course, super nice guy. But as far as do I know any of these people or anything? Because I know someone else asked if I have any relationships with these dudes. No, like Jody from Just One More Watch and Federico. Like those are dudes that I've interacted with on the internets. But aside from that, don't really know much. And I don't think it's my place to talk about these dudes because I don't know them. You know what I mean? Brian asks, did you say you're originally from Santa Monica? So yeah, I grew up in New Hampshire, but I was born in Santa Monica. Yeah. TDY Ranger. Catch you later, man. Untapped says you should start a YouTube beef with a random channel. No, but see, that's the thing. See, I understand that it makes like the whole community much more interesting and juicy when there's like drama and gossip. But it's the reason, like people always want to be like, oh, what do you think about Urban Gentry? What do you think about TGV? Honestly, tell me, what do you think? Guys, I don't know him. Okay? And for the same reason, I wouldn't appreciate some other channel being like, you know what? I heard Jory Goodman is a jerk. I wouldn't appreciate people that don't know me talking about me. So, like, I don't know these guys. So it wouldn't be fair for me to blow up their spot on my channel when I don't know them, and it's not fair to them, and it's not really fair to me either to try to get me in a pickle talking about dudes I don't know.
Being in with his mom and dad. Uh,
Which watching next says squirrel. Yeah, we got a bunch of wildlife here. Hold on. We got doggo. We got crows. I don't know where they went. We got Dude, look at this crystal, guys. Look at that. Absolutely crazy. What do you think of the Rolex Thunderbird as one watch? I'm not a fan of those. I'm actually not a fan of those. The bezels always bothered me. I know some people just go crazy for them, and excuse me, different strokes for different folks. For me, never been into them. Matt Skembo, he asks any micro brands to watch out for in the next year. People want me to look at the new Boulder, I think it's called the Venture. It's their little quartz field watch. Man, I wish they made it mechanical. I haven't had my hands on that one yet, but maybe pay attention to Boulder. I think they make really good watches. I'm loving my Expedition. So maybe, yeah, it'd be nice to see them come up with something next year as well. Simon, thoughts on James Bond style NATO straps? Overrated? I don't think. I've never heard of a particular kind of NATO strap being overrated. It's just kind of a striped design. I don't put them on my watches. I love NATO straps. The Bond NATO straps, I've never been super fond of, but I wouldn't say they're overrated. Again, I think it's just different strokes for different folks. Mendez says, wish you a Merry Christmas, Ja'Cory. Hope you get an awesome watch. Well, thanks, brother. Actually already got my Hanukkah present watch, my Christmas watch, if you will. And it was that Fuyugashiki limited edition Presage, and Connie gave it to me. Untapped Hip Hop says, see ya, brother. Take care, man. Onwards to 1 million, he says. Dude, well, I will see you there. Alexander says, do you know something about Corum? What do you think about the brand? Corum and Ulysses Nardin compete to be the high-end Invicta. Corum makes some of the most hideous watches I've ever seen, and I don't like them. Kevin Yeager says, what did you get Connie? I got her the 12.9-inch iPad Pro. And she was very happy with it. And on that note, Orlando says, are you getting married soon? Did Connie make you ask that? I don't know, guys. We'll have to find out. But yes, probably. Cowboy Swami says, pros and cons on the Breitling brand. So you guys know I absolutely love the Navitimer. I have one. I think Breitling makes like really nice stuff. So the pros are that, okay, so this is kind of a current. Taekwondo Chad says, are you left-handed? Did I ask you this before? Dude, you've been following me like forever, and yes, I am left-handed, and you have asked me that like a million times. And I think you told me you're left-handed too. Anyway, here's, to answer Cowboy Swami's question, the pros and cons of Breitling, remember this. This is December 2018. Okay. This is kind of current in Breitling's history, so things could change next year. But as of December 2018, the pros of Breitling is that you can get really, 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 really good watches at a very reasonable price because of the cons of Breitling, which is Breitling's stock has been kind of dipping a little bit. Okay, their value has been dropping a little bit. So it's a bummer if you're trying to sit on these as some kind of investment, because the watch world is incredibly volatile. But the good news is, if you wanted to get into a legit Breitling Navitimer, now's your day. So, yeah, pros, great watches at reasonable prices. Cons, the value is a little bit volatile right now. DJ Hungzilla says, Jory, how do you think, how about the Zinn 903 versus Breitling Navitimer? 903 is 41 millimeters, so that's my preference. Well, I'd rather have a Breitling Navitimer because they were the first to do it, and if you're going to get a Navitimer, get a Breitling, as far as I'm concerned. But the Zinn Navitimer is a legit Navitimer. They bought the rights to also do that. So I don't think it's a bad watch. I think Zinn makes incredible watches. But between those two, getting a Zinn or a Breitling, I would get a Breitling. Brian is killing me today. He says, I heard Jory's favorite Breitling is the Colt, especially that bezel. Oh my God, you guys are too much. You're in timeout. Brian LP, you are now in timeout. Michael says, don't you think watch prices are over the top these days? It depends, man. I think watch technology is also over the top nowadays. I think you're also getting some pretty incredible watches nowadays. Part of my channel is giving you guys the most informed, up-to-date information possible so that you guys can make the most informed purchases and decisions possible. So, yeah, things are expensive, unfortunately. I'm looking at your comments, guys. Canadian Octopus says, would you consider being famous like famous YouTuber? I am not sure what you mean by that. If you're asking me if I consider myself famous, no. Do I consider myself incredibly blessed and lucky to be where I'm at right now? Absolutely. I am incredibly thankful each and every day that I'm doing this with you guys. So, thank you. Waktosha says, you need to marry your watch gifting girlfriend. How can you go wrong? Well, I can't go wrong. Connie is an absolute catch. She is 100% out of my league. I don't think she realizes that yet, so none of us are going to tell her, right? So yeah, no, I'm not going to go wrong with Connie. No way. She's a 10. John L. says, he's a certified T3 bot, by the way. He says, just wanted to stop by, wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, man, and I will see you next year. If I don't see you before then, Merry Christmas. Phoebus versus Spinnaker. That's a good one. Honestly, probably Phoebus. I haven't seen a Spinnaker that I'm like super into. Double, my man, 1023 says just checking in. Congrats on 60K. I much enjoy and appreciate your excellent channel, good sir. Well, I appreciate you, dude. You've been a very loyal viewer. You are the man. I love you. Keep rocking on. Mr. Mbangweni says, thanks for all the things you and this channel have given me this year. Well, thank you, man. Also, I think you guys give me more than I give you, but I'm trying to even out the score here, guys, by giving you some good content. Brian says, if you were a rapper, what would your stage name be? Jumanji, but it would be Jew. Albert, are you from NYC? Congrats on the milestone. No, I'm currently in Los Angeles. Isaiah says you should be bigger than TGV. I appreciate it. That great compliment. He's been on the platform for a very long time. He puts out really good content. He deserves to be where he's at. But I'm working hard, so hopefully I can excel as well. Joe Roberts says Jumanji? LOL. Yeah, heck yeah, Jumanji. That would be my stage name, dude. Spencer L says 60K was inevitable. You're straight up and absolutely do not sell out. The truth is the best part. I predict close to 200,000 viewers when it's all said and done. We're grateful. Thank you. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that a lot. That would be crazy, man. 200,000. Again, 60,000 is making my head spin right now. I can't believe that I have 60,000 people that are voluntarily like signing up to watch my content regularly. So that's incredible. 200,000, baby steps, baby steps. That would be nuts. So a few people, Isaiah and Simon, they're asking about like 2019 New Year's resolutions. Man, that. So I do have goals in 2019. They're not like the typical, everyday, like common resolutions. Like I'm gonna drink less coffee this year. I have like a lot of business and channel and watch related goals for sure. Again, I'm going to do weekly content on the Time Away channel. One of my goals is to hire some actual employee staff for the channel. So like get an editor and all that jazz so that I can focus on putting out more content for you guys. I would like to fill a hole in my collection when it comes to, I was thinking about maybe getting some kind of precious metal Rolex, because I don't currently have a 36 millimeter Datejust. So I was thinking about maybe going two-tone. There's a bunch of things. I might make an episode talking about what's to come in 2019. Might be the New Year's episode. Who knows? Yeah, Brian took the words right out of my mouth. He said two-tone Datejust, perhaps. Been looking for a Buckley dial, honestly. So, yeah. Mark Klein, T3 Bot says, what's your holiday video schedule going to be like? So, I'm not going to make a Monday episode, guys, because I assume everybody's going to be wanting to spend time with their families. It's Christmas Eve. So, yeah, no Monday episode. Might come at you on Wednesday, though, right? Maybe look forward to a Wednesday episode, but no Monday episode. I don't want to expect you guys to tune into my content when you guys are spending time with your loved ones. Just go enjoy that day. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Chevy Guy says, hey Jory, congrats on 60,000. You deserve it. Always top-notch content. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Caleb, see, these are my favorite things to hear. He says, love your channel. You got me into watches. Dude, heck yeah. Another one. Another one. Zeus says, when was your YouTube debut? I forget. It seems more recent than it probably is. My YouTube debut was July 7th, 2017. So we're about 16 months. So I don't know if that's more or less recent than you think. I think that it feels like a long time, but in reality, like it feels like I've made a lot of content for you guys, but in reality, I haven't been on YouTube for that long. It's been less than 2 years. So, yeah, about just over a year and a half, I think, or maybe right around a year and a half. Yeah, because I remember in July, we just celebrated 1 year. So, yeah, just about a year and a half. Kaiser says, this is a great way to start my birthday. Well, happy birthday, bro. Very happy birthday. Joe says, will you be registered with the local JLC AD for your wedding? Oh my God, that'd be crazy. Why, you gonna pick me up a reverso, a duo? George says, my Seiko Presage Fayuga Shiki showed up today. I can't wait till I get done. Oh, he's gonna unbox it today. Dude, congratulations, man. That's an incredible watch. I hope you enjoy it as much as I have. I should put mine on today. I love that watch. Jay Blue says, LA, Dodgers or Angels fan? Neither. I'm from New Hampshire. I grew up in New Hampshire, lived there for 20 years, so I'm a Red Sox fan. Martin says, you actually got me interested in serious watches like Seiko and Omega. I only had a military Hanoa before that, so thank you. Well, you're welcome, man. Cowboy Swami says, 904L versus 316L steel for watches, 904 for marketing. Okay, here's the thing. This is very similar in the knife community and stuff. There's a lot of dudes who geek out over different material when it comes to stainless. I can't really comment on that because I think that most people, for most applications, are not going to see a big enough deviation or disparity in those quality of materials. But now when we're getting into precious metals and purities in that sense, then we can talk about it. Andrew Bounty says, woo, 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 woo. Dang it, Andy. Andy's my best friend. He was the first person I ever met in the world, pretty much. I moved from Los Angeles to New Hampshire when I was 3 years old, and he was the first kid I met on the playground. Andy LeBounty, childhood friend, best friend, jumped in the live stream today. So, Cowboy, when we're talking about when we're talking about stainless steels or steels, um, here's the thing. When it comes to a wristwatch, the tensile strength and stuff isn't as you're not going to mess with. I'm trying to figure out how to word it concisely. It's not as important when it comes to watches as it is when it comes to like a tool such as a knife or something that you're going to be prying with and it needs to be hardened and you're going to see some compromises and this or that. For a stainless steel wristwatch, I don't think you're going to see too much of a disparity in quality than you would when we're talking about purity of precious metals. I hope that made sense. I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing the best I can on the spot here. Steven says, love you, Jory. Keep up the awesome content. Gotta run, my man. Later, bro. Thank you so much for joining us today. Hope you have an awesome weekend. Ivan says, if you could pick one Grand Seiko, which would it be? Well, I'd pick mine, the Grand Seiko J14070, the first Grand Seiko ever. It's literally my favorite Grand Seiko. Daily Beater, take care, man. Thanks for joining us, bro. Justin says, is your Siegel Chrono still running? Yeah, my 1963 still running. Perfect. Brian, have you heard any good news about the Seiko 9F movement quality? Yeah, dude, of course. That's like one of the most prolific quartz movements in the world. Yeah, it's incredible, and it's incredibly reliable. Ray Q, certified T3 bot in the building. What's going on, man? Nice to see you. Good morning. Joe says, one Reverso Duo coming right up. Can't wait, brother. I cannot wait. Andrew says, love the background noise. All right, well, I can't do much about that, guys, because I'm outside in the park, so. Mendez says, if you sell any of your watches, I call dibs on the Boulder expedition. Michael asks, where do you sell your watches? Well, I don't sell my personal watches too often, but when I do, it's typically through Instagram because it's just easy. Take a picture, post it up, and people can write to me directly there. But if you're looking for any of the watches I talk about on my channel regularly, you can check out the Time Teller shop, and I have a bunch of stuff there for sale. Martin. So, are limited edition Seikos worth the money, or pick a cheaper, more common variant? If you like one of like those limited edition Presages, then yeah, pick one up. I think they're absolutely worth it. But here's the deal: you got to pick one up early. Pick it up when they're offering it at the introductory price. Okay, don't get it secondhand, because if you get it when the scalpers buy it, I'm sorry, I got a phone call again. If you pick up your limited edition Seiko on the secondhand market, you're going to be paying a pretty penny, okay? Because those guys want to gouge you left and right. So, for instance, the Fuyugashiki dial, I think it was listed at $600. That's worth every penny, okay? Absolutely worth every penny. But once it starts climbing, then then no. Spencer L says, pick up the phone, man. Oh. All right, guys. Well, I am done with My Vietnamese coffee is down to the ice. So guys, that means that the final Saturday Q&A of the season, of the year, really, has come to an end. But I want to thank you, okay? Here's the deal. Honestly, guys, from the bottom of my heart, not only do I want to thank you for 60,000 subscribers, that's incredible. I want to thank you guys who have honestly been with me, my most consistent viewers who join me every weekend, every Saturday morning. Honestly, you guys know, I literally look forward to this like every day of the week because I'm like, man, Saturday is so fun. I get to wake up, grab some coffee, and just chill. Just converse about watches, man. It's so much fun, and I love seeing all the regulars, each and every one of you guys. I feel like it's cheesy, but I feel like I actually know you guys. Like each one of you have little personality traits that I can pick up on via your comments, and yeah, I love it. So again, to all of my subscribers, thank you so much for 60,000. But to my Saturday Q&A regulars, thank you guys as well for joining me regularly. And man, absolutely love these live streams. So this is probably the last one of the year, right? But I will see you guys in 2019. I hope you guys all have a Merry Christmas. Hope you guys have a happy, healthy New Year. I wish and pray for the best for each and every one of you in this coming year. And yeah, man, we're on to bigger, badder, and better. You guys ready for that? You guys ready for 2019? Because I am. All right, I am. So here's the deal, guys. We're gonna finish this one like we do every day. Okay. Here's what I want you to do today. I want you, no New Year's resolutions, okay? I want you to start today. I want you to do something a little bit uncomfortable, maybe outside your comfort zone, all right? I get people asking me, oh, Connie is so incredible. How did you meet her? Or did you get nervous talking? Yeah, of course I got nervous when I first talked to her, all right? So if there's a girl, if there's someone you want to talk to, go talk to them, all right? Get out of your comfort zone. Do something a little crazy, but be safe, all right? Be safe. But I want you to get a little bit uncomfortable, all right? So do that for me. Do it for you, all right? And then number two, which is really, it should be number one because it's very important. But number two, I want you to tell someone you love them today because you should not have to go a day without telling someone that you love them. That's incredibly important. So I'm going to start it off, guys. I love you. I love you. Hope you have an awesome end of the year, and I hope you have an even better beginning of the year. So guys, go crazy. And yeah, let's rock in 2019. All right, guys, I'm Jory Goodman, the time teller. I didn't invent time. I just tell it. All right, guys, I love you. Merry Christmas.